He has had a lot of success with it since he's just started the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
He won, actually, FNM last week. He beat Kyle McDaniel in the final round after Kyle no-sir'd the split. Logan came back and beat him. Great start from Logan here. Strong Perk Noble into double Rakdos Cackler, putting the pressure on. Zach already down to 15.
This is exactly the kind of start Logan was looking
Yes.
for. The 1-drop, double 2-drop is very, very good.
Yeah.
And it'll be interesting to see how Zach deals with this. He needs a sweeper.
Yep.
Well, he had a Boros Reckoner, but I believe it got Searing Spirit.
Yeah, and then it took out the Strong Perk Noble.
Oh, was that a Magma Quake?
He is showing Logan, who, again, pretty new to the game, doesn't know all the cards quite yet, but actually has developed as a player pretty rapidly.
And that's a Burning Earth.
Slap Burning Earth. Couldn't Burning Earth faster. Main deck.
That is... you usually don't see that main deck. Oh, well, okay. Zach taking 5.
For the privilege.
To land the Blood Baron.
Blood Baron is a very real Magic card. But Logan's got pressure.
Yeah, the Phoenix is going to serve him well this game. What's the card below it? Is that Lightning Mauler? I think it's Lightning Mauler.
That looks like it could be a Lightning Mauler. Yes, okay. Thank you, Joe.
So, Zach getting in with his Blood Baron, trying to...
stem the bleeding a little bit.
Try to get something going against the Burning Earth.
Yes.
And I can't quite see what is in Zach's hand. It'll be interesting. I mean, he's going to take damage. Whatever he's going to play, he has to be dedicated.
I do like Zach's life counters. Yeah, those are very nice.
Yeah, that's awesome. I have no idea what that is.
I do not know what that is. Joe, could you pass me update us? Is that a Tajik?
I don't know.
Yeah. I remember this list. I remember Zach wrote a little bit for the website, DaytonMagicalWebsite.com. And we had some correspondence back and forth about this list he was working on, so it's interesting to see it in play here.
Yep.
And Logan
bringing that he might have a burn spell just to finish, just to seal the deal. Also, attacking all out here is not too unreasonable either way. It just limits the kinds of spells that attack him.
Right, exactly. That's what it's all about. You don't want to be able to resolve, say, another Blood Baron.
Exactly.
And get back in this game. Yeah. So now Blood Baron is no longer castable.
Right. And I was wrong. Logan is not sleeveless. He has
just some tight fitting sleeves there.
He has the RTFC sleeves.
Oh yes, he does. You're right. Yes, it is that spell here.
And Zach's gonna take 2 to play the Orzhov Charm. Down goes 1 Ash Zealot. Then the other Ash Zealot dies.
Yep.
Okay.
There we go.
For the first strike damage.
Yep. So I mean, not an unreasonable block, but you have to realize that you're setting yourself up for the 2 for 1 there.
Yeah, Zach's definitely not someone who will just walk into the easy block. The onboard kill. And Logan's just looking to trying to load up on some burn spells. Another Chandra's Phoenix would be a great draw.
Yes.
So.
A Boros Reckoner. There's a lot of powerful cards that he potentially has access to.
Right.
But Blood Baron is doing an awful lot of work.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean,
the unanswered Blood Baron is just. I mean, it's very, very good Magic card. A Mizium Mortar, something like that out of Logan would be enough to possibly put this game away. But as it is, he just doesn't have a clean.
Okay, there's another Ash Zealot. But I don't know. I would much rather be in Zach's seat.
Yeah, I think at this point.
And the Burning Earth looked really good.
It did.
But the follow-up that Zach absolutely needed was the Blood Baron, and he had it.
And he's been able to attack with it pretty much unimpeded since he cast it. Logan has not done anything to stop that guy from turning sideways there. And it's just...
Although Logan can probably double block the Baron this time.
I mean, there are...
Oh, I see a shock in Zach's hand. So, okay.
Yep.
So, Zach will gladly take 1.
Yes.
To shock.
Couldn't be happy.
It doesn't matter which one, either of them.
Yeah.
I mean, the Ash Zealot makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the first strike might do you in. So, now... Logan's in trouble. Despite resolving the turn 4 Burning Earth against a tapped out player who has nothing but
no basics. Yep.
Yeah,
he is in trouble.
Yes.
He's under the gun here. if he's going to get back into this game, the first thing he's got to do is get that Blood Baron off the table.
Yeah, that's priority. If he doesn't do it,
I don't know if he has main deck Mizzy Mortars or not.
I don't
think so, and that's the card that he needs.
Yes. So he has a turn to find it, basically. Or maybe 2 burn spells, or something.
Yeah, something. 2 Searing Spears is not optimal, but you'd take it. I think. At this
exactly. And once the Blood Baron's gone, the Burning Earth can shine a little bit more.
But at this point, at 2 life, I believe he is.
That's a pillar. Logan pillaring Zach's face. So this is not looking good for Mr. Dice.
Nope, that's it.
Yeah.
Now, it's interesting to see what Logan brings in here. I think Skullcracks are likely.
Yeah, definitely Skullcrack. If you have Mizzy Mortars, I would bring that in.
I would say as many Mizzy Mortars you get your hands on.
Yeah,
you would want them right here.
I would play 7 of them.
Yeah.
And try to get away with it.
It's not unreasonable. I know that he has Volcanic Strengths.
Yeah.
And I don't know how many mountains Zach has, but it might be worth it. Volcanic Strength, maybe it may have been enough to win that game if he had it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, with the flying from the Phoenix, I think it would probably. Yeah.
Even if it's not unblockable, maybe just getting your guys up to Blood Baron size is where you want to be.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah. And a lot of your smaller burn spells are just not all that effective. Your shocks, your pillars, and stuff are just probably not particularly good here.
Right. When Act 2 Aristocrat, obviously this is not an Aristocrats deck. They play the same mana base, but against the Aristocrats, I would bring a Volcanic Strength every single time. If they don't have the sack outlet to abuse their Morbid triggers and their Blood Artists and their Cartel Aristocrats, they have no way to get their guys to die. So they can't take advantage of their dudes dying, so they're just taking 4 or 5 to the face every turn. And if they don't have a removal spell, then they can shut the game out in quick order.
Now, what Zach has access to in his 3 colors is every removal spell possible, basically.
Right. Yeah.
He's got access to Mizzy Mortars, which would be very good. He has sweepers of all kinds, potentially. So I don't think this matchup necessarily gets any better for Logan.
I don't know what that says.
We cannot read that, and I am sorry.
Yeah, maybe Joe can type it in for us.
But so I don't think this matchup is any better for Logan after board.
No, yeah. The Skullcracks aren't even that great, right? Because the life that Zach is gaining isn't just in one fell swoop. It's incremental.
Yeah.
So you don't want Skullcrack against these incremental life gain kinds of decks. You want them against the Sphinx's Revelation decks because they're trying to gain their life in one fell swoop.
Yeah.
They're not even bad against Thragtusk.
Not bad, but they're not my favorite either. Really, though in that game, there were times where he would have the Skullcrack for a Blood Baron attack, he wasn't able to kill him on the counter swing.
That's true.
So, if he can get that kind of pressure again, a Skullcrack could put it away. And
Skullcrack's probably strictly better than a pillar, because a pillar's not going to kill anything anyway. Yeah. So you might as well just try to go to the face.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. So we'll see. Logan is on the play.
Yep.
That's a big deal.
Exactly where you want to be. Although Logan had a very explosive start.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did. Still getting in for 4. So we need to see if Zach can piece something together quickly. He's on a lot of pressure.
Boros Reckoner is not a bad place to start if he's got one. Which it looks like that last card in his hand might be a Boros Reckoner.
Right. But if Logan has another haste guy.
Yeah.
Then
actually against the Firefish Striker, Boros Reckoner is not even all that strong.
Right.
But not a bad place to start getting back into this game.
Yeah, if it's going to be 3 mana, it's going to be that. Okay.
Yep, there it is.
So
all right, that's part 1 of your plan here, right?
Here's my read: Land Hellrider. I just have a feeling.
You can taste a little.
That's also
another
pretty good
Phoenix.
too.
Crash, no blocks.
And Logan picks the Boros Reckoner. It's a bold choice.
Yeah, it seems reasonable.
Okay, so
Zach just has to take it on the chin.
I wonder what Zach can do.
A sweeper. You're starting to get into sweeper range,
right? One of those Magma Quakes would do the trick, right?
Yep. Although against double Phoenix,
right,
it might just get burned next turn, get both Phoenixes back. So, but you're getting into Blood Baron range. You're starting to get to the point where you can bring your more powerful spells online.
And Zach's taking 2 here, so
he has a strong consideration here. So
it's interesting that he plays land on tap first. I don't. I'm not quite sure. Oh, so this must
Yeah.
be a restoration angel.
I think he's probably leaving up War Leader's Helix. I think.
Right.
Here.
Yeah. Or, okay, so let's see what Zach has. He certainly has something. You don't just take 2 damage against red decks for no reason. So, making sure he understands the Phoenix might be checking to see. Okay, is it if a creature deals damage or
right?
So that's the War Leader's Helix. So he's gonna essentially fog and kill a Phoenix this turn.
Seems fine.
I'd probably go after the Firefish Striker.
I think I may as well.
The not just because of the buyback, but
that's what's turning off your Boros.
Yeah, you can block the Firefish Striker. Yeah, your Boros Reckoner. So,
but the I don't know how many cards.
The flying damage might just be scary enough. So.
Yeah. I don't know how many cards Logan has left in his hand, but he's got to be fairly close to running out of gas, although that Phoenix is very likely to return.
He hasn't hit land 4 yet, so he might
be Hell Riders all day. Yeah. Hell Riders and Burning Earths.
And there's the Blood Baron, so Logan needs to get busy this turn.
What he really has to do
is probably Searing.
It looks like this might be that's a sign that he's probably actually just dead on board.
Okay, and he remembers his trigger, so that is the old ball game.
Yep. He's tapped out and dead on board.
Yeah, there you go. And the trigger. Oh, nice. Okay.
Don't even worry about
it. I thought that was a mistake for a second, but I realized, it doesn't.
Yep. All right, so now we're going to see another game 3 where we are.
We've hit game 3 every single time. Yeah, that's good for us.
Yep.
And good for everybody watching.
So, that is exactly how you want that game to go if you're Logan.
Exactly.
You 1 drop, 2 drop, 3 drop, and then have a handful of spells.
And a way to buy back your Phoenix. Yeah. So that's key. We didn't see any obvious sideboard cards.
That's correct.
I mean, that Doomblade could have been a sideboard
card for sure.
Maybe even the War Leader's Helix. It's hard to say, but
on the play, I think it's very reasonable you can deploy it before you are just dead.
Right.
Although, like I said, that start from Logan was about picture perfect.
Yeah, it's hard to script it any better, especially with the battalion on the Firefish Striker. He didn't need it immediately, but the 1 drop, 2 drop, especially when it's a Firefish Striker, and the Phoenix is that's exactly what you want every single time. It's hard to draw it up much better than that.
So we'll see with Zach on the play here.
Zach probably wants an untap if he plays Tragic Slope, which I'm not sure if he does. He wants the untapped Black Source on turn 1.
Yeah,
that is huge game.
Just snap off that Noble, and basically you want to curve your removal spells up with his creatures, and then play like a Blood Baron or something. You want to be at 17 or so, on turn 3 or turn 4, and then you start to feel pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's all about protecting that life total. You don't want to be down in the 13, 12 life, where you really are just trying to tread water.
Right.
You want to be able to have some life to spend.
Yep. Absolutely.
Especially with a card like Burning Earth that you're likely to see.
Right.
Although Logan never hit his 4th land that game.
Right. Didn't need it.
Didn't need it.
Yeah.
But, your 4 drops where it gets really scary. That's your Hell Riders. That's your Burning Earths. So.
Yes. Yeah. That's like the wave you have to survive, right?
Yep.
When they land the Hell Rider, but you can, fend it off.
Right,
you're probably safe.
Yep. You just want to find yourself in a situation where you're dead to the Hell Rider. Mm-hmm. You take, 11 damage on that turn and just die.
Right, yeah. So, all right, let's see.
Oh, that was a disaster, Logan. Come on.
What is this guy doing? He has the huge, softball-sized dice.
Yes.
So it looks like Zach has a shock, which is actually very good, because that also kills Erecto's Cackler.
Yeah.
It does a lot of work in this one.
Okay, speaking of the devil.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see.
Unleash the beast.
Yeah, and I like not pillaring it or shocking it here, just in case Logan has a Mat Cap skills or something.
Right, exactly.
So it's just a nice little tight play. That's the Firefish Striker. Okay, and it looks like Zach has the answer for this too, and now it's going to be really hard. And
that's exactly what we're talking about, where you're about to untap on your turn 4 at 20 life.
Exactly.
And, it's not unreasonable to say at last game, he was at 12.
Right, yeah. And the important thing to note here is that since Zach had that shock, the battalion triggered. because he killed one of the 3 creatures he would need. So now Zach can leave his Reckoner on defense, and that will force the Firefist Striker not be able to deal any damage. And also, I mean, Zach could get busy with the Boros Reckoner. I mean, he's at a high life total, and he's actually winning this race.
Yes, he is.
So
absolutely.
I like attacking with the Boros Reckoner. No reason to leave it back.
Nope, absolutely not. I mean, it is certainly a way that you could just win this game.
Yes.
With Logan looking a little action light at the moment.
Yep. Yeah, and bad news for Mr.
Yes, I would say
Zach is able to burn him out.
Yes, I think that is what we're about to see here.
I see another Warriors Helix. Zach passes. Although, if Zach doesn't have that other burn spell, he might be in a little bit of trouble.
It's possible.
Okay, so here's the Burning Earth.
That's
a Magma Quake for 1. I believe for 1.
Yeah, in response. Magma Quake is an instant. Is you don't see it played a whole lot.
No.
But that instant speed sweeper
very good
is a very potentially powerful effect.
Right.
Mana intensive.
Right.
Logan, he's playing guys.
he's trying, man.
He's brawling, but
so that's a go for the throw. That's nice because that means that he can leave up the Warriors Helix for damage to the face to help speed up his clock.
Yeah.
Because the way Zach was playing, it looked like he was trying to use those Warriors Helixes to finish the game, to kill guys.
Yeah.
But now he also has that option in case he needs to. If a Hell Rider leaps off the top of the deck.
He's just under he's at 18 life. That is so much life.
Right. And the Burning Earth is too late. I feel like Logan's gonna be able to. Or I'm sorry, I feel like Zach's gonna be able to finish this up before the Burning Earth is too.
Yeah, before it does, especially with that other Helix at hand.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, he's just got.
Yeah. So a shock, a pillar of flame.
Yeah.
Either of these things. And it passes the turn. Okay, well, this is what we're talking about. So, if Zach cannot finish off Logan, he's going to use that Helix to take care of the Hell Rider.
Okay, that's reasonable.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. I mean, he nets 1 life from it. I believe one of those was a basic. So he's going to net a life from it. Sure. And
again, he just has all day.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's taking 2 turns on a 9-turn clock.
Zach's looking for another Reckoner would be great.
Another Reckoner.
A Blood Baron, obviously.
A Blood Baron would probably shut the door.
Although we do know that Logan has Mizzium Mortar in his deck.
This is true. Which is certainly a reasonable card to have here, especially since he's getting, he's drawing guys.
Yeah. It's kind of strange Logan is not running out of gas. And if I'm Zach, I'm actually getting a little worried here.
Yeah, this is where you want to be as the red deck, right? Where you hit 4 lands and they draw nothing but spells.
Right.
You can cast everything in your deck and you just don't draw any more land. The
4 mana is the sweet spot. You want to get your 4th land and just stop drawing land, and that's what Logan's doing. Although, there's
the Reckoner, which is a problem. And with Logan at 6, he just doesn't have a great way to remove that Reckoner.
Yeah, and Zach took 2 to play the Reckoner, but it's not that huge of a deal.
So you Mizzium Mortars it, you go to 2.
That's Logan.
Oh, that's a Searing
Spear. Okay, so it'll
now
be interesting to see where Zach points this.
Yes. Spear is on the stack.
Okay, so we wonder what his target. It's got to be targeting the Boros Striker.
Oh yeah, right? With your opponent at 12, there's just no way you start going upstairs at this point in the game.
Yeah. The Reckoner's gonna.
Yep.
Okay. And Zach's gonna get a token from the Precinct Captain. There we are.
Yep. Holding down what Precinct Captain does in these aggro
So
mirrors.
we have a race.
1 to 3. Yes. Now, Logan has a lot of live top decks here that just end the game on the spot.
All right, so that's a mountain in his hand, and he draws.
He has.
What did he draw? There's a lot of cards.
Skullcrack.
Burn
here number 2.
Okay, so that's pretty good, right? Or no, because wait a minute.
What just happened there? Did Logan concede?
Because
Zach
can't. attack, right?
Logan conceded.
Logan conceded. Okay, interesting.
Woo, Zach!
So Zach takes it in 3 with a really tight race there. That game turned into. It looked like at various points in the game that one player was just going to run away with it, and it stayed very tight all the way down to the very end.
At least you can't get it.
Joe says Logan, but played great.
That's well said, Joe.
That's beautiful.
That is poetry.
That's great.
All right, so we are going to cut away at this point. Next round is that bubble round we were talking about. The round before the final round. Everyone's going to be kind of jockeying for good position.
The excitement.
To place into that top 8.
Underneath the Friday night lights.
Indeed. Those bright lights.
Those bright fluorescent light bulbs.
All right, well, thanks for watching, everybody, and we will see you in round 5.
Bye.